So it feels like, hello Arch, it feels like I haven't done a video in like forever, because I've been to the Road Trips tour plus Zach, Aaron and Harry, and that was amazing, don't get me wrong, but I haven't done like a sit down video in like forever. So as I've been to a few concerts in my lifetime, sounds like I'm really old, I'm going to do advice on concerts, and I've made a list of about 12 things. It probably will turn into a really long video, so I'm sorry, and I'm not an expert, I'm just here expressing what I think people should do at concerts. I know that I can't control everyone in the crowd, but I'm hoping that at least a few more people will stop or be aware of what could be made better, if that makes sense, to make everyone enjoy the show. So, number one, we all know that I do numbers and then I forget to do them. Don't push, basically. I know that it's a concert, you want to be as close to the front as possible, and even in the queue outside you want to be with your friends, you want to be as close to the front as possible. But you know what, I've been to a few concerts now and the back is literally just as good or even better as the front. The people on stage may not be able to see you, not them, but at least you're not going to get squished. If you take, for example, what happened in Liverpool, where my friend Emily she was front row, when RoadTrip came on, everybody went charging forward like they were rhinos, and she got squished and she had to be dragged out and taken out the back, and then later on she got taken to the hospital because she was unconscious 5 times. And that's all because of people pushing. And seeing that happen is a horrible thing. I can't speak from experience that I've been in that situation of like that much stress that I've collapsed in a show, but just seeing that happen is enough for me to go, right, okay, that was out of control. I know people are excited, but we have to respect each other, otherwise that could happen again. Number 2, don't scream at the artists. I mean, when they're on stage, knock yourself out. But when you're in like meet and greet or VIP and you're stood right next to them and you scream at them, they will probably go to somebody else just because you're screaming down their ear hole and you're going to deafen them. They know that you're there, of course they do, they're not blind, but you don't need to scream for their attention, just wait your turn. And I think that goes on to, no, this is 2 in 1. Just wait your turn to be met, and if you don't meet them, then it's just how it goes. I can't remember the last time I went to a Road Trip show and had VIP and not met all of them, like individually. Of course you get the group photo, but that's in VIP, it's like photo, leave. But I can't remember the last time I met them all individually, but I'm okay with that, just as long as I feel like the day's gone great and I've met who I wanted to meet that day. I'm not really, like, it's okay, I'm going to see them again, it's not the end of the world. Okay, I get it if you're only going to one date, but even if you're only going to one date, that's not, like, you are going to see them again another time, so it's just what happens. Try and come up with a plan on what you're going to do first. So I know I've came up with some plans before, when I go into VIP, I do know that plans, you literally go in and everything you think about is gone. You just have to go to whoever's free. I think I'm just linking all these together. Yeah, literally. I've got this cold. I didn't sound like this earlier. What is wrong with me? If you have a plan, say I'm gonna go into meet and greet, have the group photo, and then I'm gonna meet Jack first. If for like any reason, say I get out of meet and greet and Andy walks and does his little meet and greet thing by me, and he's not got anybody around him really, go and meet him. I wouldn't go to somebody else that I want to meet if somebody else is free, if that makes sense. Because while you're waiting for say if I want to meet Brooklyn and I wait for Brooklyn, but then say Mikey's free, I would probably go and see Mikey, because then at least that's a person you've met. Because maybe by the time you get to Brooklyn, you finish with Brooklyn, Mikey's now not free. So if that makes any sense, let me know if it doesn't. And if you have any other questions, I know I haven't finished, but any other questions, concerns or whatever, I can do a part 2 of this. Leave them in the comments and I'll try and give my advice about them. Try and get to the venue early, or if it's far away, like sometimes I go to the place where I am a day early, so I know that I'm not going to be late, everything's going to go fine, I know where the venue is and I'm not going to get in late, because it's always a worry that your train's going to be delayed, there's going to be traffic, anything. So if you can leave early, that's really good. Sometimes it's not worth waiting outside. I know RoadTrip in the past have, when people wait outside, they have came out and met a few people for not that long really. But yeah, they did used to wait outside and like meet people after the show, like after meet and greet and then after when it all finished. But this tour they haven't, and I fully understand why, because it used to, like the van used to be like crowded with people. It was very unsafe, especially as it was mostly on a road, and like they don't want to be responsible for somebody getting hurt. Once the show's ended, you go home, because you don't want to miss your train. I've missed my train because I've wanted to meet them outside and they didn't. And my mum was very annoyed at me and I was very upset, but never mind. That's my lesson learned. So yeah, it's not really, I get if you have time and want to wait around, go for it. But if you know that your train or whatever transport you're getting is going to be there and you don't have that much time, I would go home. It's better to be safe than sorry, like I was. It's going to be cold outside, but it's going to be boiling inside. This is what I have experienced. So it's always a case of, does the place have somewhere you can put your bags? If not, I would, if you can, try and take a little bag, so bag check is quicker for everyone. Or if not, try and put your bag somewhere in like somebody's hotel room, not like random people, but people that you know. So like when I go to Manchester, I leave my bags with my brother because he lives there. So, but that's just lucky for me, I guess. So yeah, because having a bag with you and your coat and that, it's just a lot to handle. And you don't really know where to put it. It's good if you're at the barrier, because you could put your coat over the barrier, put your bag on the little step thing or in front of you, and that's fine. But if you're in the middle, right in the middle, and you've got a bag on, you can't really jump with your bag on. Well, I can't, I don't think. Try and take as littlest things as possible. I say that, but I'm always going to gigs with like the next day outfit and pajamas and stuff, because I always stay over at people's houses because I'm not getting trains that late at night. Okay, the faster the people have the group photos of VIP, the more time they'll get walking around. Just keep in mind that. Basically, the artists will talk to you how you talk to them. Maybe if you like shout abuse at them, they won't shout abuse back most of the time anyway. Because some people are like, oh, they're not that talkative, but I guess, I don't know. It depends on the day. We have to respect how they're feeling as well. They are humans. They can't be perfect all the time, even though we all think RoadTrip are pretty perfect. Like this tour, everybody was complaining how they didn't look very happy in meet and greets, or that they were yawning. They've just been to America for a week. You're gonna have jet lag. They can't drink Red Bull 24/7, even though I think Jack would probably want to do that, but you know. So they get tired, so do we. We're all the same, so just respect that, and if they're tired, they're tired. You can't really do anything about it. Lastly, just have fun. I used to be so paranoid about what other people thought of me, because I do like the vlogs. I vlog mostly everything that I do, and most of the time I'm like, do I not put this in the vlog? Like if it's me and Jack, I'm like, do I not? Of course I cut some, that was louder than I expected. I do cut some things out because some things I feel like for me, not for everybody else. If somebody's pushing you, just try and be nice, even though I know how irritating it is to be like third row and then the girl behind you is like trying to kill you to get where you are. That's what happened to me in Manchester, and it really irritated me, but it was okay. I didn't say anything, I just elbow. You paid this money to have fun, so just use that time to not think about any of your worries and just sing your heart out. If you lose your voice, it's great, you know you've had a good day. So yeah, that was my advice on concerts. If you have any other questions or queries or whatever, leave them below. As I said before, I'm not an expert on concerts. None of this I'm aiming at anyone. It's just in general what I feel like concerts have been, especially RoadTrip ones. I'm aiming this around RoadTrip ones because I've been to so many of their concerts. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed the RoadTrip vlogs if you wanted to watch them. I get if you don't. So yeah, I will see you very soon with another video. Bye!